Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you, or good evening. You are once again welcome here on your platform. Much beloved, the platform for awakening consciousness. I begin by wishing all of you a very beautiful week, may God, the Almighty, through His mercy, fills us with His grace, with robust health, and above all, with a lot of money. So, it's making headlines in continental news, Western media, and others refuse to talk about it. That's why I start by telling you to share as much as possible. The situation between Algeria and the AES countries is reaching its conclusion. The situation is seriously worsening. Diplomatic relations between these nations are deteriorating. Algeria is in a provocation mode that is not openly acknowledged. Algeria is seriously provoking Mali. And this happened by what means Algeria shot down a Malian drone. And what hurts is that it seems like Algeria does not want Mali to continue fighting against the terrorists. This fight against the terrorists does not please Algeria. Apparently, it seems like Algeria is in spirit with these imperialists who are deploying terrorists on the Sahel soil. It seems like Algeria is greatly benefiting from the presence of terrorists in the Sahel, because the action that Algeria has just taken is inexplicable. You have a neighboring state, 3 states in fact. Well, even if they border Mali, I believe, Mali, Niger, if I'm not mistaken, a neighboring state that is seriously troubled by terrorists. A neighboring state that is at war, with terrorists having started the war against it. This neighboring state is fighting day and night to eradicate this evil. What should you do? Algeria should normally help Mali to fight against the terrorists. But on the contrary, the few military equipment that Mali managed to acquire through hard work, like drones initially, Mali did not have drones. Mali is in a transition, but Mali organized itself to obtain drones at the cost of the sweat of the Malian people, who contribute day and night to the purchase of its military equipment. And it is this drone that Algeria shoots down and destroys. As Assimigoita said, avion belebeleba. And the Malians call it the silent plane, because it doesn't make noise. It comes very quietly. But why does Algeria decide to do so much harm to Mali? Following this, Mali, Niger, and Burkina recalled their respective ambassadors who were in Algeria. Ladies and gentlemen, in the context of this video conference, this is indeed what we are going to discuss. But before continuing, I ask you to share this video conference. Share it to denounce what Algeria is doing. You know, those Maghreb countries, they are used to exhibiting such behaviors. You saw what Tunisia did to our brothers a few years ago. Here is Algeria doing for itself and doing for him. In broad daylight, huh? In broad daylight. And then we continue to say no. We are all Africans. We are all Africans. When you go to their place, whether it's Morocco, Algeria, or Tunisia, when you go to their place, they look at you like this. They say to you, no, you Africans and us, we are the same, huh? No, you Africans and us, we are the same, meaning the guys don't believe it. Africans, you know. Wait, when they watch Love Speech, they look at us, they say, no, indeed, we are not the same. They have that in mind. They have that in mind. Then I don't know why. At what point now, this desire to always see us at the very bottom of the ladder, emerged in them. So share the video conference as much as possible, but everything. Lots of likes give lots of hearts. Let's go with the official information. So then, It's in an official statement. On Sunday, April 6th, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso announced the recall of their respective ambassadors in Algeria. And since these three AES states accuse Algeria of having shot down the Malian army's drone. So, Algeria, which claims to have targeted this drone because it had entered its airspace. Bamako maintains that the device was destroyed on Malian territory. Algeria says the device had entered its territory. But what is the drone going to do in Algerian territory? And besides, it's normal. It's at the border. It's at the border. Here is the boundary, for example. The drone. To pursue the soils, the drone can leave space. Airspace. Malian. Enter a few meters into the territory. Algerian to pursue the targets if the targets go there. It's not bad. If this drone enters there, what does it do to Algeria? While Algeria knows that Mali is fighting against the targets. What does it do? And besides, the problem is that the drone didn't even enter the territory. That is to say, the drone stays on Malian territory, just at the boundary, and then they shoot down the drone. Can you imagine? Algeria is provoking a conflict unprecedented between their country and the AES. Mali has filed a complaint with international bodies. I believe the UN has been notified. The AES states have been notified. For the moment, the international community is saying nothing. Until the moment when retaliatory measures will be taken by the AES states. You will also decide to shoot down Algerian drones and aircraft. This will lead to something else. Algeria is in a true provocation. If you cannot help your friend fight against his enemies, you should not also prevent him from fighting against the enemies, unless you yourself are part of those enemies. And if Algeria is part of the enemies of the AES, if it is proven that Algeria has any connection, obviously with the terroristas, the AES states will not tolerate it for a single moment. Algeria will suffer the devastating consequences of its provocation and its involvement in this terrorist affair. Because the AES states are ready. And Russia is ready to support the AES states. Things need to be very clear. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the highlight of international news. It's sad. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is denouncing what Algeria is doing. Sharing this video conference is supporting the AES. Since other media are not talking about it, we are. And so, share as much as possible. Because what Algeria is preparing, we shouldn't have people saying tomorrow or the day after that Mali, the AES, is not right. The AES is moving slowly and surely, similar to what Russia is doing. Because this matter is going to escalate one day. So, thank you all. I will get back to you shortly by the grace of a powerful return with new updates. This was the voice of your one and only Samurai.